Hello, hello. Hi, everyone. Hi. My name is Tess. I am Brooke's little sister, and therefore the maid of honor this evening. Okay, I just got to keep it together for a couple of minutes. So, first of all, I am so happy to be here celebrating this union between Brooke and Tom. I have had the pleasure of knowing my wonderful sister for my entire life, most of hers. She is an amazing person, the best sister I could have ever asked for, and the best friend I could ever have, and I would not trade her for anything in the world.
No crying.
And then there's Tom. No, actually, I love Tom. Tom, I think of him as the wonderful older brother that I never had, and he thinks of me as the annoying little sister he already has. Actually, Tom does love me. He knows I've been working very hard for years to set the bar as low as possible for what Brooke will be willing to tolerate in a partnership. I was basically the test run for the traditional marriage vows. You know, for richer or poorer. Oh, I nailed poorer for you. I really made sure that Brooke could deal with financially supporting other people. In sickness and in health, you know, Brooke does not have a very strong stomach. But in the past, once when I hurt my knee really badly, she deadlift carried me all the way back to our home. So I know you can fake twisting an ankle, somebody's getting carried across that threshold today. You know, I was thinking when I was writing this speech, a lot of people call marrying somebody and getting married settling down. And that got me thinking, because you know, Brooke is a very exacting person. She has a lot of high expectations, no idea why someone like that would go into event planning. But so she's had to settle a lot in her life. She's had to, you know, be given bad situations and through sheer force of enthusiasm, made it pretty great. One of my favorite examples of this is a couple years after college, Brooke was looking for an apartment and she had everything planned out. She knew exactly what she wanted. She wanted a 2-bedroom apartment in Los Angeles, well under her budget, with granite countertops all throughout, though she would be willing to settle for marble. If anybody knows California real estate, you can guess what happened. The countertops were laminate. And even worse, she had to settle for me as a roommate in order to keep costs down. Think of how long that mistake took to undo. She basically had to marry Tom to get me out of her house.
100% true.
But so when Brooke first started dating Tom, I kind of thought things would go a little bit similarly. She would have these great expectations of this perfect guy, and then he would fall short. So when she first started dating him and she was coming home, she was talking to me about this guy, my first thought was, Brooke's such a lively and fun personality. He's gonna be a dud. He's just gonna be mashed potatoes as a human, completely boring. And then every date she was coming home in stitches, telling all these funny things he was saying. He was making memes for her, not just sending them. For all of you people who don't know, that's a big deal. And so I thought, you know, Brooke, despite her love of me, tends to be a pretty good judge of character. So I guess this guy's okay. He's nice, he's got a good head on his shoulders, good sense of humor. Well, if you've got a nice guy with a good sense of humor, what's the next assumption, right? Where's he gonna fall down? Where's she's gonna settle? He's gonna be a dog. Just terrible looking. And here's where I get to do my favorite impression, which is of Tom's mother, Marianne, when I say to everyone, "Look how handsome he is! Isn't he attractive?" funny, and he's nice. Where is she gonna settle? The only unknown at this point is Tom's family. They're gonna be monsters, right? And sure enough, no, I'm just kidding. Obviously, from the outpouring of love we've seen here today, Tom's family is some of the kindest, most generous, welcoming group of people that I have ever had the pleasure of meeting.
Who's that Tom family?
So, it would seem that my lovely sister, my kind sister, my talented sister, who has always been out of everyone's league, has somehow not settled at all. Instead, she's met this perfect match. And if I could describe how that makes me feel, I suppose the word I would use is annoyed. Because traditionally in these speeches, I'm supposed to give this lovely couple marriage advice. With this romance fairy tale nonsense that I feel now vastly not qualified to do. So I was thinking I would turn to a writer's best tool in these situations: plagiarism. So, it was the lovely Aunt Katie who earlier at the ceremony was kind enough to read that passage from Corinthians. I hope you guys all remember it. Top 10 Bible passages. It's real memorable. Okay, so we're going to take you back to that, and I'm going to do a little updating, again, because I'm super qualified to do this. So, Corinthians says that love is patient. But I hope you two are impatient to start your lives together, that you love each other urgently and passionately every single day.
No cries.
No cries. Okay. Corinthians says that love is kind, but I hope that you are cruel to those who might come between you, and you are fierce to protect your love. It says that love is not envious or boastful or arrogant or rude. But I hope that you are envious, not of other people, but of the people that you could become together. Let those aspirations push you forward. And be boastful. Look at what you found. Shout it from the rooftops and tell other people how amazing your partner is. Tell people about their accomplishments and the wonderful things they do. You have every right to be arrogant and confident in your love. The person you have chosen has also chosen you. Okay, and I couldn't quite think of a reason to be rude, so I suppose my last one will have to be something like, be creative and open-minded, and I'm sure the opportunity will arise. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that defining love was a lot like writing this speech, in that it's very, very difficult. But I know you two of all people are up to the challenge. So please, go forth and redefine love for all of us. Cheers to Brooke and Tom. I love you. I love you so much. I love you.
Thank you.
I love you, my beautiful sister.
Don't cry, bro.
Beautiful.
She did such a good job. She did such a good job.